Welcome to my channel.
Help dealing with the heartache. So, I was married to the love of my life. We met when we were 20, had a planned child at age 22 and married at age 24. It was a beautiful ceremony. I just remember looking down the aisle as she appeared and my heart almost beat out of my chest. Absolutely stunning. We are now 36. 3 months ago, April 2021, while I was sitting at work, the office line rings and I got the worst news of my life. My wife had met someone, and had an affair. A little backstory here. My wife was out of town visiting family. I had no idea what was going. It was that same day she was supposed to return home. I had everything all planned for her arrival. Was going to make her a nice big supper and shower her with the love she'd been missing since she was gone. Guess she wasn't really missing any. The person on the line was the now ex-spouse of the person whom my wife had been cheating with. She managed to find out who I was and did a quick Google search of my name and found our work website and contact info. She introduced herself and immediately my heart just skipped a beat as I knew what she was about to say. I reluctantly thanked her for informing me. After a few really hard weeks of trying to reconcile our marriage, my wife decided she didn't want me anymore and convinced this guy to move in with her at her new apartment. It's been such a really hard time to try and come to terms with all of this. I've gone through the range of emotions 100 times. Every time it just comes right back around to depression and heartache. I'm so tired of feeling like this. Everyone I talk to says it'll get better. That I just need to walk through it and eventually I'll come out on top. I just don't see it. I cried myself to sleep just out of sheer loneliness the first couple of months. My best friend and partner who I went to bed with every single night for 16 years had vanished. Waking up in the morning wasn't any easier. I'd make coffee, sit on my couch and just stare at a blank TV screen until it was time to get my son to school. Yes, that's right, she left our son too. He seems to be taking it a lot better than I have. Maybe he knew deep down what kind of person she was and wasn't surprised. There were a few times where I contemplated just leaving this place. Taking the easy way out. I guess the only thing holding me back from doing it is my son. I know I can't do that to him. I know my life has value, but it's just so hard knowing my love, my life, my best friend is gone and living some alternate reality with another man. You know what her excuse is? Divorces happen all the time. It's like she thinks this is normal. Sadly, I know too many people with a similar story, so maybe she's right. If only she truly knew the pain she's put myself and our son through. Maybe she does. Maybe she just doesn't care. My thoughts are constantly filled with memories of her. Staring at her beautiful blue eyes. Fuck. I'm so tired of crying all the time. I miss her so much. Anyway, that's the short version of my story up till now. I know it's going to be a long road ahead to recover from this. For anyone else out there experiencing the same thing, you are not alone. Sincerely, Mills. Update, ex-wife sent a letter to me. It's been 1 year since separation. My ex-wife and I have been living separately for a little over a year now. I've been living by myself, dating occasionally, and she is still with the AP. Yesterday, after dropping our son off at my home from school, she tells me she wrote something for me that she wanted me to read when I'm alone. Texted it to me right then. It was basically a letter apologizing for the mistakes she made and how she wants me to be happy and not resent her. It goes on for a bit, but at the end she states I will love you forever and thanking me for showing her what true love was for the 16 years we were together. I did love her. I thought that love was gone now, but why am I questioning everything again? She knew the hell she put me through. Every single day was a mental battle just to make it to the next for 10-11 months. I was finally able to beat my depression and start living my life again. I'm currently dating someone who I like, but not in love with yet. I'm so confused though now. Her letter did hit a spot in me and now I feel like I've taken a few steps back in my recovery. What could be the reason why I feel conflicted? Is this a plea for me to take her back? Or is it just closure for herself? I was doing fine until she sent it, and now my brain is trying to take me back to where I was last summer. The scary part is, I've thought about texting her back and asking for further clarity of her intentions. I'm scared that she will say I want to come home, and foolish me will accept that. I think I need some reassurance and a kick in the ass to get me back to reality. I want nothing more than to pull myself out of this and keep living my life like I have been the last few months. Mills. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1. Sir, she is only letting her mind off the hook for what she had done to you. Attempting to be the good person after all. Don't buy it. The letter was all about her. Redditor follow up. This seems like a weird setup. Like she isn't interested in going back but wants absolution and make it seem like she is on good terms with Op. Redditor 2. She wrote the letter to make her feel better, not you. It was designed to make you believe you got an honest apology. That's the best case scenario for you. It could also be that she's not as happy in her new relationship and is trying to see if she can rope you back in as a backup plan. Like with everything else over the last year or so, her actions are strictly intended to benefit her without regard to how it might impact you. Redditor follow up, pointing finger. This. The I will always love you comment is just an attempt to relieve her own guilt about what she did to you. If you can forgive her and also not have contempt for her, then this will absolve her of her guilt. Also, her life with AP isn't all roses and rainbows. Also might be an attempt to lure you back. Redditor 3. Most likely, she did it for her own selfish reasons. The key phrase is not wanting you to resent her. She wants to relieve herself of the guilt she feels. It could be that living with AP didn't live up to the fantasy because every relationship has problems and responsibilities. In affairs, people convince themselves that life would be simpler with AP because they are perfect and they get along so well. Really, their relationship hasn't been tested because they had no real-world responsibilities to potentially fight over during the affair, no major life stressors. So they live in fantasy, but that is the power of affair fog. That is not reality. No WP ever sees what AP is truly like until the affair fog lifts. It may not be that bad for her, but she may not have it as good as she had it with you. So she now sees what she has done and has guilt. The best response is no response. Shred the letter and do not overthink it. False hope and a dream about going back in time will set your recovery back. You can't go back. You can only go forward. She may have heard that you were dating again and has negative feelings about you moving on. She didn't want to be with you enough to be faithful, hence she cheated. But she doesn't want you to move on because it destroys her idea of you as a backup option. You are no one's backup option when they decide they are not happy enough with AP. You deserve to be someone's only option. Know that even if you two decided to reconcile, you can't erase what she did. She tainted everything. Op answer. Thank you. Yes, having the mindset of only moving forward helped me get to where I was at over the last few months. I'm going to just not respond. Redditor 4. No, don't ask for clarity, it's gonna set you back further. Instead, don't respond at all and act as if the letter never existed. Delete it, throw it away, and don't respond. That letter wasn't meant to help you, it was meant to help her. Don't get sucked into a cheating ex's bullshit, you'll 100% regret it. Op answer. Thanks for the response. It really did feel like it was 100% for her own benefit. I get that she likely has some residual guilt. But for her to send me that after a year, when she knows I've moved on, is certainly selfish. Redditor 5. Op, consider this your kick in the ass. I am 60 years old, so don't make me find you and dad slap the snot out of you. Let me ask you a question. Is she still with AP? Yes. That means she's not truly interested in reconciliation. This is solely to make herself feel better, along with a small side of trying to see if she could possibly yank you back if she wanted to. Doesn't matter if she actually wants to or not, she just wants to make sure you're still listening. Don't listen. This is also a classic narcissist move, to keep themselves relevant in your life. Don't give her that space, even if she were to come crawling back with all sorts of promises, which she probably will at some point. Do not give her the time of day. You know darn well who she is. You continue to show her complete indifference unless it involves your child. It has hurt like hell for you to overcome the last year. Don't forget that. Maintain no contact other than involving the child. She has nothing to offer you that is worth your progress in healing and changing your life. Please, please. I'm getting too old to keep doing this for guys. My dad slaps are not as strong as they used to be. Help an old guy out. And help yourself in the process. Be well, answer, thank you for that kick in the ass. It truly does seem like a narcissistic tendency here. Like, why after over a year are you just sending that to me now? She had a chance back when everything was fresh to at least attempt to make things right. Now that she knows I'm with another woman, it's probably eating her up that I didn't wait for her like a chump. Redditor 6, nothing but mind games. Don't let her continue having this control over you and your emotions. You reap what you sow, and it's time for you to find your happiness, which is not with her. Redditor 7, easy explanation. AP is not that great as a partner, and well, she is realizing that now. Or, she wants to ease her guilt and have some kind of closure for herself. Either way, don't respond. You are moving on. Don't even act like you read the text, just gray rock her. Focus on you and your kid. And think about, even if you take her back, you will never be able to forget or forgive the amount of pain and suffering she made you experience. You will never be able to have a good relationship with someone who did this to you. Stay strong, mate. Redditor 8, you are questioning everything again. That was the purpose of the letter. She does not want you to move on. You are her possession. She will love you forever. Laughable. Her actions have shown you who she really is and how much she loves you. She doesn't. Forever only lasted until the next shiny new toy caught her eye. So it will be for the man that replaced you. He is already yesterday's chase because she caught him. You should have no doubt your former wife is looking for the next shiny new toy to chase. Your response: no response. Say nothing on the matter. If she asks you if you read the letter, your response should be you didn't and that you deleted the message without reading it. You expected it would be more lies and BS, just like while she was cheating on you. Say this with a poker face and shrug your shoulders and walk away. What does she want? Validation. Confirmation that she still has a hold over you. Confirmation that she can still hurt you and drink deeply from your emotional pain like she did daily for the 10-11 months you mentioned. Redditor 9, she needs a safety net and maybe things with AP aren't going well. If I were you, I would tell her with AP around or on text that please do not send me another note like that again, and that I am in recovery from the hell that they both put me in, and it is unfair to send you something like that. I would make sure AP is aware she is keeping a safety net open with her, saying she still loves you. It should put a few thrones in his side and make a rocky time for them, but this is what she gets for keeping secret notes. I am sorry she did this and sorry you are struggling. I would give that to someone else to have, or at least make a digital copy of it and burn the paper note. Also, don't keep the digital copy so you won't be tempted to keep reading it. This is manipulation and you have to set boundaries with her clearly, and I would make your boundaries well heard by everyone. Answer, thank you. Yeah, it did throw me off my forward momentum. I am very thankful for this community as it has brought me the clarity I need to stay focused. In my mind there is no going back. Redditor 10, I'm currently dating someone who I like, but not in love with yet. Do you happen to tell her that you were with someone new, and that you like them a lot? Maybe put it in social media? This was not a baby, take me back letter. This was I want to make sure I'm still living rent-free in your head because I like to keep my options open letter. If I were you, I would answer back, please only contact me for items related to our child. And leave it at that. Edit, on second thought, do not leave it at that. Sent the letter to AP and tell please control your woman. Deacon, Redditor follow up. Edit, on second thought, do not leave it at that. Sent the letter to AP and tell please control your woman. I was wondering if this would come up. Great catch. Thank you for watching. Comment what do you think about this situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe.